All right, welcome to my favorite holes at Bandon Dunes Golf Resort. Please like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow and bring more eyes to the mission, which is bringing awareness to PTSD for my first responders. In this video, you're going to see 6 par 5s, 6 par 3s, and 6 par 4s that I chose to be my favorite holes from the 5 full 18 holes at the resort. So my favorite courses, though, to run that down again, was Bandon Trails was number 1. 2 and 3 right there, they run neck and neck pretty much. Bandon Dunes is 4th, and then Sheep Ranch runs 5th. Loved them all, though, to be quite honest. So we're going to start with the par 3s. And the first par 3, and they're not in any order, but it's hole number 5 at Bandon Trails. So you're going to see on the walk up here, this is one reason I like, this is coming from hole number 4, walking up to the tee box in hole 5. This is one of the reasons I like this hole, this reveal when you first get up there.
Par 3, folks.
Beautiful. It sits right into the dune there.
This makes me wet.
and not from the sweating.
There's Joe cracking something, but look at that setting. The bunkering in front, the swell, and the way the green sits and moves. It overall, to me, visually very pleasing. And so I didn't choose these holes necessarily by how well I played them, you know, on the good or bad side of it. It's just the visuals, the playability, whether I did good or bad, and the setting. Just, you know, those are some of the factors that were on the table for me to choose from. I love the fencing, the jagged moving fence like that. That wood looked awesome. This reveal to the hole was another reason I chose it. Here's where my putt is coming from on that skinny hit. And the reason I'm showing more and more of these shots and describing this hole is because of things like that, where I move the camera and you can see different angles. So on this putt, we chose to putt it instead of chip it from that lie. And it turned out pretty well. So pleased with that. Had an uphill putt. And so I pushed this first putt to the right and miss it. So I'm joking around saying, I'm going to make this putt. Didn't push that one.
I'm going to make it.
Yeah, try it again. That was a good shot you made to get there.
Little fun interaction here on this last one.
This hole is a spinner.
All right, on to hole 17 at Bandon Trails. And the factors to me choose, look at that. The way it sits into those trees. You can see the dunes from like hole 18 in the background there. And the bunkering, the fencing there that you can see. Tee box is elevated, so you get to see a lot of the hole. It's just a beautiful setting again.
Come left. Come
left. I hit it in that front right bunker. That's not where you want to be on this hole. But you can see the ocean a little bit in the background there too. And then here I reveal number 5, looking down on that. So that's kind of why I'm showing several of these different clips like this, just to give you different angles. The walk down was a nice walk. I mean, Bandon Trails overall, I just enjoyed the walk. Yeah, I enjoyed the ocean courses too and seeing that, but there's just something about being in the trees. And you know, Core and Crenshaw did a wonderful job designing this track. And so just the tree settings, there's something about those old in the pine trees and the dunes that involved with it is why I like Bandon Trails. So I'm going to show you here, fun interaction between me and Joe. I think he hit a great tee ball.
He's a machine.
Who's this guy? Wait till I show you Joe's tee ball on this hole from about 190-ish with the wind. Here we go. The reveal is coming. There's mine. There's Joe. You guys are going to see if he makes his birdie.
Shut up.
Told me to shut up. Still a great tee ball. Didn't get the birdie, but got the par. I thought that was a tough hole with the wind conditions and the pin in the back, but Anyway, I show my putt just to continue to talk and describe the hole. Look, the trees in the background, the setting, and it's just it was a beautiful setting. I love the playability of the hole, even though I didn't play it well. But anyway, the third hole of the par threes is hole 10 at Pacific Dunes. Even though you really can't see it with the mist coming in, the ocean in the background, it's just the downhill, knowing that the ocean was back there, and even though the wind conditions are up on these holes compared to Bandon Trails, is just the setting of this hole with all of it in the background. I honestly could have chose hole number 11 after this one. Here's the walk down, beautiful walk down. We didn't go down the stairs because it was kind of slick from the mist, so the caddy said go this way. But I could have chose hole 11 because to me the bunkering and everything, that was right next to the ocean. It might have been a better hole than this one, but there was just something about looking down from up top there that is the reason I chose this one. All right, everyone was looking for everyone else's balls up in the brush up there, so I balled my buddy's putter. There's my caddy Garrett. He had my putter, and he was up there helping. So just to try to speed up the pace of play. Hole number 8 at Old McDonald. The reason I chose this one was, one, because of this. After hole 7, you get to see the ocean. Beautiful setting. And so when you're teeing off on 8, this is all in your background. This is a snack shack, though, so you get a better view of it all compared to the tee box. But knowing that that's in the background, you can walk back there and look. But I like the Barrett's green, the way it's sloped, kind of like number 5 at Bandon Trails, but just a nice setting down the hill. You get to see the rest of the holes in the background, the forest in the horizon there. There's just something about this hole that was pleasing to me, is why I chose it from Old McDonald compared to,
Not long enough. Look at this green. The slope, the humps, the bumps. Sir, get off the green!
I know you can walk on the greens with those. They want you to, they say. So, but they don't like you to stop, is what the caddies were saying. But the slope of this green, looking down, and you look back up, just a beautiful setting. So that's why I chose this one. I was trying to choose one from every course pretty much as well. I could have chose number 12 at Bandon Dunes. But I chose this one for the reason I just described, just showing some other guys' shots so you can see different angles. Brian hit a good chip there.
Shot.
Trying for my birdie.
Get up there.
Nope, got the par though. All right, hole 6, Bandon Dunes. Now, it was a toss-up between this one and hole number 12. 12 was the first hole made at the whole resort. But this was next to the ocean more, and that is the reason I chose this hole. That first, besides hole number 4 and 5, this was the first par 3 that you actually get to see the ocean on. Number 2 was a beautiful hole on Bandon Dunes, but I like just the ocean view there for this hole. And one other reason coming up, as you'll see after we walk up this slope, is when you look back, the caddies told us to go back to the top tee box here on number 6, and that's a beautiful reveal as you get up here too, is to look back on number 5. And that, I was sold on that. That's one reason I enjoyed this hole. And that's the good thing about having a caddy, is they can tell you these little secrets, and you get to go experience those. So here's the birdie putt. It was directly into the wind. I think I hit a 5-iron there from like 100. It was like 150, but it was going to play like 190. So yeah, walk off that hole pleased with the par. Hole 16 at Sheep Ranch. I think you guys all know this one. You've seen Instagram videos probably where the lady got a hole-in-one with putting from tee boxes further up. But it's a great setting. Hole number 3's green is up to the right. They're connected. And the wind, or let's see what Garrett's saying here, or I can't remember if he's talking. But those jagged rocks, beautiful setting. Just take it all in. So Doug
Good shot, Doug.
hit his ball way above the gorse bushes, and the wind brought it back. It was a slinging draw. Here's how windy it was. My camera's moving with the wind. So there's the shot tracer's not perfect. Just showing you the walk down of the fellas and Allison, the caddy. Beautiful.
Dungeness crab down in the
I barely survived that T-ball.
Tough to get in there with the boat though, but there's probably a lot of Dungeness in there.
All right, I'm living on the edge.
All right, here comes my birdie putt. Look at that, beautiful.
Oh!
Marty, before that, he made his from way up to the left. So he's not on there, but there's Garrett saying this was Merchant Beach or something like that. It makes sense if they're going to get the crabs out of there when the tide goes back. But look at that setting. This is the walk up. So I wanted to show you those trees before you get the 17 tee box. So I kind of combine that with hole 16. Now we're on to the par 4s. And the first one is hole 7 at Bandon Trails. I'm going to show you the walk up from 6. And over to the left here, you're going to see the new lodging. Looks really nice. Very nice lodging there. And then here's the walk to 7's reveal.
What do we got? Wildlife up there.
Got some turkeys here. I'm gonna zoom in on. And then just the reveal of the hole up the hill, the way the bunkering frames the hole was very pleasing to my eye. The playability, there's room out there, even though it kind of doesn't look it because of the angled bunkering. And it's a tough approach shot. So overall, just the playability, the toughness of the hole, and the visuals is the reason why I chose this hole. So those people out there are filling the divots. And I was wondering about that since you walk this course, is how are they going to get these divots all filled up? And in our grouping, we made an agreement with our matches that if you're ever in a fairway divot, that you get free relief just by our fun group rules, just because we didn't know that they'd be filling them like that. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Thought I'd share that with you. There's the uphill approach shot. And I get away with this skinny one, and it makes it up there. You'll see here in a second.
There's the miss hit, 7-iron up this hill. I got away with it. Here's what we got looking back down. Garrett, you said it's your favorite hole?
It's my favorite hole on this track.
On Bandon Trails. All right, thanks, buddy.
And there you heard Garrett say it's his favorite hole out here. Didn't borrow enough, and as you know out here at Bandon Dunes, you don't want to pepper these putts too much. Hole number 3 at Old McDonald is the next par 4. And there you go. I think that pretty much says it all why I chose this hole. It's a fun driving hole. The ghost tree right there. Hitting over the dune to, a blind, in essence, T-ball, and you just trust what the caddies tell you off the right of the tree, just like that.
You just cut it right off that tree.
And then here we go on the walk up. Just wanted to show you these
Mr. Ghost Tree
reveals.
there that everyone researching and played here.
So all the videos I watched on YouTube and everything, this was one of the most anticipated views that I wanted to see in person. So I was excited to finally see that. The ocean in the background, you get to see the expansiveness of this course, and you get to take in almost every other hole besides 17 and 18 and 1, 2, and 3. It's just a cool view.
Doug's over there somewhere.
So that's one reason I chose this hole. And then when you get down here, how far Ryan is up compared to I am, the camera really doesn't give you the perspective. But that's one of the reasons I chose this hole. The T-ball, that reveal. And it always helps if you get a birdie on the hole too. So that's a little foreshadowing there for you. Little pull. Again, with my calf injury, I was just happy to be out here playing and just being able to swing. It was hard for me to get to that left side a lot, so I ended up pulling down a lot more. And there we go, Plinko. Ryan's putt for the tie, because I was playing a match against him and Doug when we played Old McDonald. It was 2 versus 1. Anyway, Pacific Dunes, hole 4.
I can't believe the ocean's back that far.
Well, he said the tide's out. He said people can go clamming out there probably.
I think enough said. The tide's back. Garrett had said you can probably walk down there and get some crabs easily. But that reveal, I know I've said reveal on a lot of holes, but I mean, first time here at this course, I think if I came back, I'd still be in love with these holes, and I might find some other holes more attractive a second time. So there you go again with the view. The T-ball, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of scary. And look where this shot trace was. I thought I lost it, but luckily the wind was hitting it enough to the left, and it didn't roll into the hazard area. So, and the way the fairway dips, it took us till we almost got up to the ball that we saw that it was okay. So it's so much downwind. It was just a matter of getting this ball up in the air. And I hit it left, and the green slopes back to the right, so it went and sloped all the way back around and ended up here. Boom, birdie.
Walk in the park is empty.
On to hole 4 at Bandon Dunes. They say this is one of the most beautiful holes voted in the world. Top 100, I think it said. Wanted to show you this walk up to the tee box from hole 3, which I think hole 3 is a great par 5 too, especially from the tee, the visual that you get. But hole 4, this one didn't set up to my eye. You really couldn't see the fairway. You just had to trust what the caddies were telling you to, draw it off those bunkers on the right. It's so windy, it was hard for me to hold this camera straight. So in the editor here, I got the camera shaking part of the editor on there to kind of stop some of the shaking. But I didn't draw this enough. I left it out. And you're going to see where I ended up there in the dune. Up there playing in the sand. But what it was a good reveal of the hole to be this far right. Look at that wind blow. I didn't play this far enough right. And I end up down below the bunker, as you'll see. On the left there, I'm down below that. Just wanted to show you this walk. Beautiful. There's the boys on hole 5. Part of our group in front of us. Joe hitting it right now. Like I said, there's where my ball ended up. With these tight lies, this is not an easy shot. It's just, I hope you don't skinny it to the right, skinny it over the green. You just want to get this on the green the best you can and running and just have a putt at it. So I thought I hit a really good one there. But, man, these suckers just run out, as you'll see how far I put it past. So my ball's not far from Chief Nye there. I'm going to go up here and show you. Look at that. I did that recording because I wanted to show that setting and then show his putt too. So very nice putt. Look at the wind take it at the end. So I saw his wind taking it and the break. And thank God mine hit the center of the hole. I think I'd have been down here off camera. But it's in the hole. So this is on my way to hole 5. I wanted to show you back the view there. There's the green from 4. And that's just another reason why I like that hole. On to hole 16 at Bandon Dunes. You know, just like some of the other holes, they speak for themselves, so why I chose them. This was our first day there. As you can tell, it's windier than all get out, 30-mile-an-hour steady. The ocean mist was on my camera. It's hard to keep that clean. And I ended up choosing, I think, the 19-degree hybrid here, and I drew it with the wind blowing it. And I luckily didn't go in the gorse all the way to the left there. And the first day there, I was still learning how to play certain shots, and I probably could have putted this one, but I chose the 9-iron here, and I just threw it too far, and there it goes. So I'm lucky that I didn't go in the hazard. Right on the edge. Look at that bird going. And I have to set the camera up right here because I'm to the left. You know, I can't put it back there off that cliff. So you see the ball coming in. Overall, I needed to play it further left because of the wind, but, you know, I had the distance right. All right, and here everyone is making their putts before mine. They took all the good mojo. They put cellophane on that hole. But anyway, that's just, it was really a great hole. I enjoyed playing that one. Hole 6 at the Sheep Ranch. Look at that view. Speaks for itself, I think. The tee ball was a little intimidating. Not going to lie, because earlier in this round, I was spraying them right and on several holes before I got here. So I just told myself to aim further left and kind of play that little push that was happening. And I did, so it turned out really well. So you got the grass bunkers up there on the left. The pin is just to the right. And I thought I'd just try to get a 9-iron up there, let it hit the ground and run up. But I pulled it, and it got stuck in the grass bunkers. Or I think it would have ran up. But, I mean, really, other than the tee ball for hole 6, there was really nothing spectacular about the hole. I mean, you can still, when you get up here to the green, you can still see the ocean and everything. So, you know, I don't mean to slide it by any means, but the tee ball is where this hole was at. And that's a great view. You got the trees in the back, and there I am coming from the grass bunker. And Marty and I are there on the team today in this round, and we both got pars there. Okay, on to the par 5s. Hole number 3 at Pacific Dunes. One of the reasons I chose this par 5 is once you get to the top of this walk, there's the reveal. Again, there I am saying a reveal again. But that is what sold it for me, is the fact that you get up here and you can see some of the other courses. You can see the ocean and the bunkering, the way it shaped the hole. It was pleasing to my eye. Visually, I really enjoyed this golf hole. Yeah, look at that. There I am. I'm trying my best to keep that camera steady because it got to be windy at Pacific Dunes too. We played them in order the way they were made. We played Bandon Dunes, Pacific Dunes, Bandon Trails, Old McDonald, then Sheep Ranch.
Good job, good swing.
And when we get further down here, the walk down. But another reason I liked this hole was the green. So on my third shot, because I just lay up on this one, I like the green setting. It's up there before hole 4 at Pacific Dunes, and you get an ocean reveal from up there. So I really enjoyed that. Is one of the reasons why I chose this hole, but mainly because of that tee ball, like I was talking about with number 6 for the par 4 at Sheep Ranch. But yeah, there's showing you to walk up to other people's balls. But yeah, I thought that was a good setting. This green at the top, the bunkering to the right, you had to avoid that. So I thought it was a well-made par 5, and that's another reason I enjoyed it. Because I'm a big golf architect fan. I got to go see Dr. Michael Hurdson in Columbus, Ohio, and visit him and see his designs. And so there's just something about golf architecture that I like that helps me in my decision making too when I'm telling you my favorite holes. All right, look at that big gorse bush there in the back. All right, hole number 1 at Sheep Ranch. Now this might be one of the prettiest par 5 tee boxes, tee shots at the resort, and one that prettiest I've ever played. You got the needle pine there. You got the other pines that frame this tee shot, and then the walk down to your ball. Look what it reveals. I mean, it's just. I wish the marine layer was not coming in because we didn't get the full effect of this golf hole looking at the ocean there. But overall, that tee ball, and then this would be great if we could see the ocean. But I remember seeing other videos and seeing that, so it kind of played into my choice. All right, I didn't hit this 3-wood good the whole trip off the hard pan surfaces. Pulled that one onto this gorse bush, and I was afraid to step on these suckers because of how sharp their little needles are. And luckily it wasn't poking me in my legs or through my shoes. And this was day 5, so I went ahead and put my tennis shoes on to have more comfort for my feet. So pulled this one out of there, but that's kind of not bad because everything slopes to the right, and you'll see where my ball ends up. It's not this one that's close. That's Coach Doug's. But mine didn't end up in a bad spot either. So I wish we could see the ocean back there. The reveal for that would be amazing for this video. But what's also cool about it is the marine layer, the fog that comes in. So to experience that for like the first 4 holes was pretty cool. To not be able to see where you needed to hit it. See, it's coming in now. It's on number 2. We couldn't see where to hit the ball. We didn't even know if the people in front of us were out of the way. All right.
Right there.
Hole.
Right there at the end is the only part, right?
Number 1 at Sheep Ranch. Great par 5. Here we are walking off to hole 2. I wanted to show you the gnarly trees. Beautiful. Just unique. All right, Pacific Dunes, hole 18. One reason I chose this was the walk up from 17. You got to keep your arms and hands in on this one. But there, Garrett helped me carry my camera bag and my golf bag. He was super caddy. Here's the showcasing of this hole from the tee box. The tree lines, the dunes on the left, dunes on the right, and the trees. It just framed this with the bunkering. Visually, it was pleasing to me. Besides me not playing it good, which I thought this tee ball was good, but the wind took it at the end, and the ground ran it right into this bunker. Wowzers. So I wasn't trying to do anything miraculous here. I was just trying to get it out to the right here, and didn't hit a good one. Luckily, it didn't come back into my footprints, but this is what I wanted to do the first time. So here we are hitting shot 4. And got the hybrid out, and the ball's kind of below my feet a little bit. And again, my left leg, this is day 2. I got to it fine just there, but it was always in my mind this whole trip. And you'll see on this 8-iron approach shot here, I was like 190 downwind, and thought 8-iron would hit in front and run up, be nice. But you'll see here, I don't even really get to that left side. Rolled all the way to that back bunker. Got some sand in my face on that one. So this is my first round with Garrett, and I really enjoyed it. we talk a little bit here after we do the fist bump about the mission, what I'm trying to do, and he enjoyed watching me film it all. So hole 18 at Bandon Dunes, and the reason I chose this one is I like the playability of it, the bunkering, the way it's all shaped, and then the clubhouse in the background. You know you're coming home after your first round, or after our first round, and there's the clubhouse in the background. I do enjoy golf holes that showcase the clubhouse nicely in the background on whether it's the 9th hole or the 18th hole, and I enjoy those type of holes. And so here we are. So Scotty was my caddy my first round here at Bandon Dunes, and so we were talking through the shot, and he talked me through. He just do a punchy 9-iron, and on 16 I didn't hit a good one doing this, but he said just do that one again, that feel, and this one ran all the way up there nicely and gave me a good birdie putt. So this is why he's saying you better got that on camera, and but there's where it ended up, and had a decent putt for a birdie here. So no dice, but here we are, hole 3, Bandon Trails. So after number 2, which is a great par 3 there, you walk through the path, and voila, it opens up, and we had driven this way a couple times to get out of the resort to go do something down at Bandon. But that visually, with the trees framing it, is beautiful. You have the chance to hit a car if you had to hit a bad shot. Oh, no, just the way those bunkers frame it, the tree line frame it, is why I chose this hole.
Good swing. Nice. Good tempo there.
Yep, that's why I'm working on the range.
Yeah, good job. Thank you.
Further in these clips here, I'm showing you more of the hole from different angles. And so I have my undershirt on there. In the mornings in July, late July, it's just very humid. And so you don't need, especially this course, you're not getting the ocean colder breeze and or hardly a breeze at all. So you really don't need my little white Under Armour shirt. And I take that off as the round goes on.
Okay, little squirt right. Gonna play. You'll be okay.
Joe, what do you think of the resort so far?
Freaking badass, but are awesome.
We're tuckered,
I'm wore out.
But hey,
This is definitely bucket list, once in a lifetime.
I agree.
So cool.
All right, here I am talking.
So here we are, July 27th. Just for people that are wondering, that watch this video, that are wondering about coming to Bandon Dunes. In the mornings, it's humid. I had to take my quarter zip off, and now, I'm still sweating even with this undershirt. And then I wear humidity back in Kansas City when I play in Florida. I wear this rain glove, so I'll soak through my regular golf gloves. So
like I was saying, when I'm down in Florida, man, playing down there, and it's so humid in the mornings as well that, man, I got to wear those rain gloves to even hold on to the club. Yeah, at Bandon, just the whole resort, I find it hard to club yourself properly because I'm used to playing more in the air, just like I think the majority of the country is, and the ball is going to land softly enough. And I just misclubbed there, thought it would release and move on up, and it didn't. But when you're throwing them in higher, it doesn't release as much, just like any course. But gravity plays a part in helping you out. All right, hole 17 at Old McDonald. This par 5, the bunkering, you're on the other side of the dune.
provisional.
The trees there on the left, everything to me was framed nicely. Here we are with Ryan and Doug hitting their tee balls. Thought I'd put those in there so I could talk a little longer. And plus, there was our match against them. It was all square after 16, going into this hole, and I leave it right into the little pot bunker. So at this time, it was just about getting it out and giving yourself a shot into the green at least to try to have a chance for birdie. but definitely try to secure the par. So, that bunker is a deception bunker. It's not as close to the green as it looks. And that's one good thing about golf architecture that I love is those deception bunkers. Even if you tell yourself, oh, you got 20 yards to play with past that bunker, it's just still in your head. All right, so Ryan hit a good one up there. He's putting for his eagle. And I'm going to putt for my birdie.
Get up there. Yeah. Get up. Here we go. Here we go.
I don't know how close it came to going in, but there's where it ended up. And then Ryan's putting for his eagle. Again, the match is all square, tied at this point. And he hits a layup. He laid up with his putter. And here he is for the birdie. Allison gave him a read, or is giving him the read there. And here we go. Flag dog. Made the long distance birdie after laying up for his eagle.
Hey, good layup on your eagle putt.
Good putt,
Yeah.
Ryan. So yeah, they were one up going into the 18th. So here we are, my honorable mention holes. Number 12 at Bandon Dunes, par 3. A par 4, hole 17 at Sheep Ranch, and a par 5, hole 11 at Sheep Ranch with the volcano green. I enjoyed the tee ball on hole 11 and that approach shot. Now, I could have chose other holes for the par 4s. I could have chose, top of my head, I really don't remember. I mean, these, to me, visually, and the way that I played them and the way they played, playability. Anyway, like and subscribe. PTSD awareness. Love you all. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, please.